All right, kiddos, what is the number one function of the human brain? What's the purpose of your brain? Tell me. What? Movement. The number one function of your brain is to coordinate movement. Just let that sink in. The number one function of the human brain is to coordinate movements. We're going to take a little movement break here. We're going to move. And hopefully in ways you haven't moved recently, because it's great to open up the neural pathways of your brain to do a movement that you don't normally do, and also just to recognize, get off your butt if you've been sitting on your butt all day. Functions of the chest and the heart and the lungs, the breathing. That's your brain coordinates the breath movement automatically, all your autonomic nervous system movements. So you can breathe and walk through this life. Your brain coordinates the movements for you to dig in the dirt and plant flowers. Your brain does all sorts of cool things. And what they're finding with Alzheimer's is there's a direct link of movers and Alzheimer's. So like super cool things. And next time you're sitting there thinking like, my brain does all this pontificating cool shit, I think about things to do. No, your brain's function is not, that's a part of your brain's function, to think about the things to do. But your brain's function is to actually move, to do the things that you want to do. So let's do a little movement break here, kiddos. So we're going to start just nice and easy. We're going to start with like some shaking out, maybe shaking out the wrists and the hands. If you do bouncing, that's great. It's like a drop, and then you just do lots of dropping. This is a reordering principle that will shake literally like the muscles off the bone, the fascia and tissue, all the stuff that gets jammed up through your day. Also, body releases the score with this. There's a reordering principle that happens through shaking. A dropping of stress. Just move, and you can shake and wiggle in any way you can. Shake and wiggle any way you can. Let out a yawn. Taking a few deep breaths. Through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then we're going to take a few big stretches, like get up into your shoulders and your back. Ooh, side to side, little lateral movements. And then we're going to kind of cross over the midsection. That helps with ADHD and all sorts of other things. Crossing the right-left brain barrier. Yes, and then let's do some internal, external rotation. So this is internal rotation. You can see my knees are going in, and then they're going to go out, and then they're going to go in, and then they're going to go out. Internal, external. This is why Qigong and Qigong is so good. You do things like the teacup. It's like internal, external rotation. And then just let your body kind of move, maybe in circles. Yes. Maybe you've not moved internally, externally, rotation-wise. You can do one leg at a time for a while or forever. Yes. And it just takes like 2 minutes here and there, 1 minute here and there. This is a micro hit practice. Also, when you're done with this, we're going to do a micro hit flow practice, because after movement, that's usually often when you notice flow. At one with flow states, meditation is amazing. So many benefits of that. Yes. So you're rotating. Yes. Moving a little bit. And we're going to end with a few breaths here and a few squats. Alzheimer's and squats. Put squats together if you don't want Alzheimer's. They're finding a lot of stuff about movement and Alzheimer's. That's really good. So we're going to sink down to come up. So I'm going to sink down, and then you're going to press into your feet to come up. Push against the earth to come up. And exhale down. Breathe into your lungs. Breathe into your lungs. Thank you, lungs. Thank you, autonomic nervous system, for doing all the little tiny subtle movements. My heart pumping. My lymph flushing. This also is a great lymph flusher, you guys, you're doing right now throughout the day. We sit. This is why sitting is the new killer, they say. You're moving. Let's take a few more. Just as low as you can go. Don't push yourself. You're just moving. It's like a fluid movement. And then the last like 10 seconds, you're just going to move in any way you want. Maybe move in ways you haven't moved. Maybe you cross down or you reach back gently into range of movements you haven't moved in. Doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter how big the range is, you're just moving. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring you over here. We'll see if this works. And we're gonna do a little flow meditation. So flow meditation is annica, impermanence, helps you deal with death, impermanence, change, right? We're getting pummeled with change right now. It's an amazing, amazing practice. Great time to do after you've done movement. So you're gonna sit down, get quiet and still, and feel that vibratory flow sensation in your body. So settle in, stretch up, settle in. We'll just take like a 2-minute micro hit. And then close your eyes for this one. Feel the chair or the seat beneath you. And then relax. Go from head to toe. Just softening and letting go of anything you can relax. You can do it with a nice, long, luxurious exhale. Every time you yawn, that resets your nervous system, so you're welcome. We want to reset the cadence and rhythm. It's like a reset for the rhythm of our breath that gets jammed up, our first stress that hits us. And then before we know it, we've really inorganically messed with our breath. We're like holding our breath. So it's like, and then soften the belly, let it become round and full. And then I'm going to be quiet for about a minute, and you're just going to notice any vibration in your body, undulation, movement, sensation of movement inside the body, in the physical body. It may feel like bubbly, effervescent champagne flow. And we're going to drop mental story, drop emotions. We're just zooming in with your attention, training your attentional skills. How awesome is that nowadays when our attention gets pulled so many ways? Zoom into what does my body feel like? Anything moving, bumping off each other, expanding, contracting, undulating, vibrating. And with flow, we want to get out of the way and let the flow happen. So that is just periodically soften or relax or let go of any readiness to move. Any thoughts come in and try to pull you away, or any literal contractions in the body. Relax. Notice the flow. Maybe you notice the flow of the breath. Any physical sensations of movement, things speeding up, things slowing down, things vibrating, things pulsing, expanding, contracting. Feel the aliveness that is always going on in your body that you are often disconnected from. All of the coordination of the comings and goings happening all of the time at a subtle level that your brain is coordinating. It's quite miraculous. Relax, open up, turn towards flow. And I'll leave you this one little gem. Suffering is resistance. Everyone will experience things in their life that cause suffering, but the degree and the magnitude to which we suffer is completely up to us. And it has a direct bearing on what we're doing right now. Letting the system flow. When we grip and grasp and cling and hold on to old stories and thoughts, and we don't let emotions flow through, and we don't let the thoughts flow through, and we don't let the flow happen, like this vibratory movement, constant flow. We grip it and hold it in place, and it takes up so much energy. And it causes so much suffering. It's that resistance times pain, thoughts, emotions, going through shitty things in life, experiencing whatever you experience that we will all experience. It's our resistance to those experiences. That times equals the amount of suffering. I'll end with a few luxurious exhales. As you slowly open your eyes, we're going to stay tuned to that vibratory sense of flow if you were able to connect to it in your body. Maybe it's in your hands or your feet. You often feel things in your hands or your feet. Maybe you feel it through the whole body, that subtle flow. And take a few breaths. And just see if you can stay a little bit attuned to that as a background practice as you move for the rest of your day. Thanks for joining, kiddos. Hang out here as long as you like. And notice how you flow from one thing to the next through movement. And remember, that's the primary function of your brain. Not to worry or pontificate or blah, 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 blah. It does that too, a fair amount of that. But if you focus on this, you may realize you don't have to do so much of that. Have a great day, kids.